Good evening, beautiful people of the You Create the Dream page, and welcome to Awake in the Dream. This is our fortnightly call where I'm here to answer any questions that you may have and also share some insights that I'm drawn to sharing. Do say hi as you come on. Let me know that you're here because, as usual, I love to acknowledge your divine presence. So today we're actually embarking on a journey, or a deep journey, of self-understanding of our stages of development. I'm actually just going to head across to my phone very quickly. Oh, hello Valerie, how are you, sweetheart? Nice to know comments are working. It actually says no viewers, but good evening, sweetheart. It's a long weekend. I hope you've had an amazing weekend. Just heading over to our page to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Here we are. Okay, so as I was saying, where actually we'll leave that for a moment just to make sure that I can see everything. Okay, no, comments have stopped working. I've received just the one comment from Valerie. Hello, beautiful Rensha, how are you? Hello, Libby, how are you? Just quickly setting up my selfie stick. It's interesting because I actually don't want to set it up beforehand in case I'm preempting something, but here we go. Set up the phone, get it all going. Okay, and that shouldn't be in the way of our camera. No, all good, all good, all good. Hello, Rensha. New pendant. Yes, a new pendant, and I actually have added some things. I've managed to add some things to the website today. So I have a couple of trays of beautiful jewelry, and we do have some new things that went up today. Lots of earrings, a few pendants, a couple of the sea moss agate. I did get this one for myself though. Generally I have a rule that it must stay on the site for a couple of months. But Martin did give me some really good advice, and he says, babe, if something is of incredible quality and you love it, you really need to keep it, because these pieces are going up in value. The stones are going up in value, the silver is going up in value. So they're good investments. But thank you so much, Rensha. I'm happy that you like it. Spring cleaning. Okay, so today we're actually going to dive deep into the journey of our stages of development. Now, these stages represent our evolution as a human being, and also not only the path that we've walked on, but they give us some form of understanding of the growth that lies ahead for us. And as we go through these stages, I don't want you to just listen to what it is that I'm saying, but what I want you to do is I want you to feel into each one. I want you to reflect deeply on your own personal experience. I want you to reflect deeply on where you are now, where you have been, and also where you're headed. What I'm actually going to do also, I'm going to talk about these stages, and then I've decided that I'm going to, at the very end of this call, we're going to do a meditation that not only takes you on a journey through these stages, but actually has you stepping into your most authentic self. Because as we work our way through these stages, you're actually going to begin to understand that because of things that happen in these stages of our lives, we tend to shut down our most authentic self. And what we're wanting to do is we are wanting to stand tall and proud in our most authentic self. So what I'd love for you to do is I'd love for you to let each stage be an opportunity for you to grow, an opportunity for you to learn, an opportunity for you to heal, and to step more fully into who you truly are, into the you that you were born to be, which is an incredibly, incredibly powerful being. So stage one is our infancy, right? It's when we're born, and that's where our deep-seated issues of trust versus mistrust come into play or take root. So the very foundation is trust. As infants, we're vulnerable. We can't do anything. We're fully dependent on others. We require others just in order for us to survive. So our first unconscious question to the world is, can I trust? So again, as I move through this, I want for you to think about your own life. The first question that you had was, can I trust? Will you look after me? Will I have my basic needs met? So I want you to think back. Hey, Becca, how are you, sweetheart? Think back to your earliest years. Did you feel safe? Did you feel held? Did you feel supported? Did you feel nurtured? Did you feel loved? Or did you experience inconsistency? Obviously you were fed, you're still here. But was it inconsistent? Was there neglect? Was there pain? Was there deep trauma? So if trust was nurtured, then you as an adult are going to have a natural sense of openness today. However, if mistrust took place, if mistrust set in, then you'll find yourself guarded. You'll find yourself wanting to keep people at arm's length, not entirely trusting of life, the world, the people. But here's the thing. No matter what happened, you can heal. No matter what happened, you weren't born to live a life of mistrust. You weren't born to live a life where you would keep people at arm's length. You weren't born to hide. And you hide because you believe it's going to keep you safe. So when you do the work, when you dive deep and you heal yourself, then you can start to rebuild trust again. So I want you to think about your infancy. And I want you to think about how trusting you are, how safe you feel. Because the point is, right here, right now, you are safe. And you're going to be safer, and you're going to feel safer when you remember your power, when you stand in your power, and when you know that nothing can touch you or your space because you manifest your reality. But you can't get there without doing the healing first. You are surrounded by people, especially in this group, in this amazing community that we're building. You're surrounded by people who want to see you rise, who want to see you stand in your most authentic self, who are here to support you, to uplift you, and to help you grow. So perhaps with a hand on heart, I want you to take a moment to ask yourself, do I trust others easily or do I hold back? How has this mistrust affected my relationships and my ability to connect deeply with others? Do you feel like you're on guard? And now I want you to imagine what it would feel like to be the opposite of that. What would it feel like to let those walls come down? What would it feel like to be strong in your vulnerabilities? To know that you're safe? Picture yourself letting go of the mistrust and inviting trust back into your life. Because when you invite trust back into your life, and when you breathe that trust in, it's safe, I'm safe, I don't have to be on guard all the time. It's safe for me to trust. When you feel that feeling and you breathe that feeling in, you'll start to feel a lot lighter. You'll feel that weight lifting. And perhaps again with a hand on your heart, you can affirm, I am safe. I trust in myself and I trust in others. And then we have stage 2, which is our very early childhood. And this is our sovereignty versus shame and doubt. It's the who we are, knowing that I am a free and sovereign being who has the right to make my own, I have free will and choice, I have the right to make my own choices, to be who I desire, and all of that, versus the shame and the doubt. Hello, beautiful Gosha, how are you? The shame and the doubt that kicks in. Okay, and this is early childhood. This is where your independence begins to take root, right? Because you want to get up and you want to walk. You want to try things, you want to touch things, you want to taste things. So think back to the first time that you realized, oh my goodness, I can do this on my own. I don't need somebody to carry me from here to here, but I can get up, I can stand up, I can have my own independence, and I can walk to where it is that I want to walk. I can pick up what it is that I want to pick up. But if this independence was ever criticized, if it was stifled, if it was shamed, if it was ridiculed, then doubt has set in. So you have this whispering voice of doubt saying, you can't do that. You're not capable. Why'd you do that? Don't touch that. So I want you to reflect, as I move through this, reflect on your own life. Allow your inner awareness, your unconscious mind to bring those memories to you and allow them up and out, because it's in allowing them up and out and surrendering them that we can then make way to our true selves, because at the moment you've got all these walls in front of you, and you and your power, you and your authenticity is behind those walls. So have you ever hesitated? Have you ever doubted your own abilities? Do you question whether or not you're enough, whether you can? Like, where are you at? Have you ever felt as though you're not enough? Because that's the voice of shame. That's the voice of shame trying to keep you small. Stay small because it's safe to stay small. Don't shine bright. You know what'll happen? People will judge you. This will happen, that'll happen, that'll happen. Shh, be quiet. Is it children to be seen, not heard? All of those stories, right? But let me tell you something. You are so much more than that, and you are so much more than enough. You're not just enough. You are far greater than just enough. Your sovereignty, your ability to make choices, your ability to stand in your power has always been within you. It's not something that you need to find outside of you. It is in you. It's something that you need to allow to flourish within you, to take root, to grow, to expand, and to be who you are at all times. Not the odd little moment whenever you feel safe or when you're in your tribe, you can let your real self shine, but nowhere else. So right here, right now, it's time to reclaim your power. And whatever happened when you were a little child, whatever happened that made you believe that you're not powerful enough, whatever happened that made you believe that you can't, whatever happened that made you believe that you're not good enough, is just a story. It is just a story. So I want you to think about it right now, just close your eyes and a hand on heart. Where is it in my life that I hesitate? Where is it in my life that I still hold myself back? Ask yourself, where is it? Am I waiting for permission? You don't need permission. But where are you waiting for permission? Where are you waiting for permission to shine? Where are you waiting for permission to stand tall, to speak up? How would your life change if you fully claimed your power of choice today? Could you imagine how different things would be? Could you imagine how different things would be if you were no longer held back and weighed down by not only the programs of your infancy and the trust issues, but also the programs of your early childhood and the not enough issues? With a hand on heart, I want you to affirm, I am enough. I give myself permission to stand in my power now, because if not now, then when? If not now, then when? And then we have the next stage, which would be stage 3. And this is our preschool years. And these are the years where it's initiative versus guilt. Initiative versus guilt. So as a young child, this is the stage where we begin to dream big. We dream big, we believe we can fly, we take initiative, we let our imagination soar. It's us, it's our, oh my goodness, I can dream anything that I want. I can be anything that I want. There are no limitations. I can allow my imagination to soar, but what happens? Sometimes those dreams get shut down. Maybe you were told to be realistic, to stop being silly. Stay quiet, be quiet, don't be too loud. So then guilt sets in, doesn't it? Guilty for not paying attention to the teacher and instead dreaming and dreaming big and believing that life is grand and beautiful and the world is magical, and being in awe and recognizing that you are powerful and so is everybody else. But then you're told over and over again, stop being a distraction, sit down, do it this way, not that way. This is how you should be, not like that. So then guilt sets in, because you're not like everybody else. And if you're not like everybody else, then you must be wrong. Guilty for being who you are. You feel guilty for being who you are? You feel guilty for dreaming big? So then, you know how this plays out throughout your life? You feel guilty for wanting more. You feel guilty for wanting more for your life. You feel guilty for wanting something for yourself, perhaps. And especially women, because you're groomed to be everything to everybody else and stretch yourself for everybody else. But then come the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you find that you've lost yourself and you're now trying to find who you are, what you like, what food you like, what color you like, because every meal you made was a meal that you knew the rest of the family would eat because it's just easier that way. So you stop dreaming big for yourself. Are you still like that? Are you still holding yourself back? Are you wanting more but holding yourself back? Do you feel guilty for dreaming too big? I'm going to say that's a big yes for a lot of you. It's time now to release that guilt, because you were born to take initiative. You were born to dream big. You were born to dream boldly. You were born with a dream, and you are here in this time of our existence because that is the version of you that we need the most. You're here to pursue what lights you up on the inside. You were born to live fully, not half-heartedly. You were born to be human, to have the human desires, to have the human indulgences. It's about bringing spirituality down to earth, not doing everything you can to meditate for hours a day and be up there somewhere. Up there somewhere is where you're going to get to when your energy leaves this biodegradable meat suit. You'll have all the answers, you'll know all the answers then, but then you'll look back and you'll realize, God damn it, I missed this opportunity in my human beingness to be all the things that I wanted to be, to experience all the things that I wanted to experience. Dream big. Dream big and know that you are worth it. Dream big and know that you can manifest and attract to yourself all that you desire. But you can't attract it if you feel guilty about wanting it in the first place. You can't attract it if there's mistrust in the world. You can't attract it if you feel as though you're not enough, not worthy enough. You can't attract it for as long as you feel guilty for wanting it. So can you see the layers? Can you see what you've carried into this moment in your life? So what parts of you, hello beautiful Rosanna, hello Amanda, what part or parts of yourself have you been hiding? Where are you hiding? What parts of you are you holding back because you have felt guilty for wanting more? Don't hide. Don't hide. Because you're here to live boldly. You're here to live brightly. And again, with a hand on your heart, let's create an affirmation for this one. I release all the guilt. I release all of the guilt and I embrace my dreams. I take bold initiative action in my life. I choose to be more right here, right now. I let go of the issues of mistrust. I let go of the feelings of not being enough and worthy enough. I let go of all that holds me back, the guilt for wanting more. I let it all go because I know that I am a human being here. I am here having I am a human being having a human experience. So I allow myself to receive all that the humanness desires. And then we have stage 4. And this is the school age, right? So this is, what are we going to call this one? Sort of industry versus inferiority. This is the stage where it's all about realizing what creates value. It's like that we can, or we have the capacity to create value. That's probably the better way of saying it. This is the stage where we begin to bring our work into the world, right? Because now we're looking at what it is, who is it that I can be in this world? What is it that I can do? What is it that I can contribute in this world? But if you were ever told that you weren't good enough, then chances are you probably think about something and quit before you even start. If you were ever told that your contribution doesn't matter, then you would have a why bother attitude, because there'll be a sense of inferiority. So you'll be held back by that, believing that you're just a drop in the ocean rather than the ocean, believing that you could see what's going on in the world, but there's nothing that you can do about it because, hey, it's just little old me, Cancer Rays universe, that's not me. These are thoughts that people have. But you're not a drop in the ocean, you are the ocean. You are the ocean. Hi Lisa, how are you? Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, it's never enough? That you believe you're doing the right things, you're doing all the things, but it just doesn't seem to work out for you. If you've ever felt like that, then what's the noise in the background? What's the thought behind the thought? What's the energetics going on for you that's contributing to that? What's the past stories and the past traumas that are going on for you? What's going on there? You believe you're small? That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. It's one of the best lies, right? To have you believe that you're inferior is one of the best lies, because it's one of the biggest things that's going to stop you from recognizing your power. It's going to stop you from recognizing your worth. But it's all just a lie. It's all just a lie. You are enough. You were born enough. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. So the work that you do matters. You diving deep matters. You freeing yourself of the programs and the stories matters. What you create matters. You being here at this time matters. So I want you to step out of the shadows. You're not going to feel alive and you're not going to feel fulfilled until you drop these walls, until you get rid of them and you step out of the shadows and into the light and you shine extraordinarily bright. So I want you to start creating from a place of knowing your worth. Whatever that creation is, allow it to birth through you, whether it's through your voice, whether it's through a craft with your hands, however it is, whether it's you in your beingness radiating the most amazing light. But you are here to be you, and your fulfillment, your joy, your contentment, your peace, and all those things that you desire come when you step out of the shadows and you choose to be your most authentic self. So with a hand on your heart, what areas of your life have you been holding back in because you've felt inferior or not good enough? Where are you holding yourself back? What could you create if you truly believed in your worth and value? If you believed in yourself, what would you be doing? Who would you be? What would you create? What would your contribution to this time be? And keeping your hand on your heart and affirm, I am worthy. I am worthy, and what I create has immense value. I'm not just a drop, I am the whole freaking ocean. I am the whole ocean. And then we have stage 5, and this is where it's our identity versus role confusion. This is adolescence, right? We've all been there. This is that stage where we begin to ask the big question, who am I? Who am I? It's a time when we either step into our true identity or we get lost playing roles that don't even belong to us. We start to play roles that make us feel safe because we can fit in with that particular tribe if we pretend to be like that. But what happens? We lose ourselves in that. So are you living a life that feels true to you? Or are you switching hats? Are you role-playing depending on which group you're with or where you're at? Or are you role-playing 24/7 because you don't value yourself enough to be you 24/7, so you role-play and you be who you believe the world needs you to be, or who those around you need and want you to be? Are you playing roles to meet other people's expectations? What are you doing? You're not being your authentic self if that's what you're doing. So it's time to strip away those masks. It's time to be you 24/7. You are not here to fit into somebody else's mold. You are here to live fully and authentically as you. To be you to the full. Beautiful. To be you to the full. Do you feel safe enough to be you? Do you worry about how you look, if the words will come out right, the judgments of others, all of those things? If you're worried about the judgments of others, then you're afraid to be you. You'll always try to be who you think you need to be for them so as to not judge you. But how can you feel whole if you're not being your whole self? What roles have you been playing that don't belong to you? I want you to think about that. What roles have I been playing that do not belong to me? What would it feel like to allow those to just fall away, to remove those masks and to step fully into your power and who you were born to be? Could you imagine what that would feel like? You'd instantly be free of the fear of judgment. You'd instantly be free of the fear of being worried about what other people think. All that would go. Because there would be nothing more important than being you in wholeness, than bringing your whole self forward. So with a hand on your heart, let's perhaps affirm, I am authentic. I choose to live my truth unapologetically. I am me. I am me. And then the next stage is stage 6, which is intimacy versus isolation. This is young adulthood. True intimacy is about being seen fully, vulnerably. That's what true intimacy is. Into me I see intimacy. Do you feel safe enough to be your whole self? Do you feel safe enough to be vulnerable? But here's the thing, intimacy with others is only possible when you have embraced your own identity. Until you love yourself, until you believe in yourself, then you can't be truly vulnerable and intimate with anybody else. It's just not possible. You can't be your whole self if you don't know your whole self. If you don't love your whole self, how can you reveal that to somebody else? If you're not secure in who you are, you will always keep a safe distance. You will think it's safe, but it's actually one of the most damaging things you can do for yourself, because again, you won't have that fulfillment that you so desire. So have you been slowly or rapidly building walls around your heart? Are you afraid of letting others see the real you? What are you so afraid of? What are you so afraid of? Because let me tell you, true connection begins when you let go of the fear, when you allow yourself to be fully seen. When you allow yourself to be fully seen and you stop thinking about or being worried about what others think, everything in your life changes. So with the hand on your heart, I want you to reflect on that. What walls have you built around your heart? How are they holding you back? How are they holding you back from deep connection and intimacy? Do you feel like you can be your whole self, your true self around everybody? If the answer is no, then you're holding yourself back is damaging you more than anybody else. And it also doesn't create true deep connections. It doesn't create true deep connections or true friendships because you're being who you think they want you to be. You're not being who you are. And then what happens is if things fall apart, you'll meet somebody else and you'll be who you think that person wants you to be. So you'll be this chameleon, but you'll never have long, true, lasting relationships or friendships because you're never truly being you. You're not allowing somebody to get to know you. So how can you begin to tear down those walls today? Are you willing to tear down those walls today? And perhaps with your hand on your heart, for this one, let's affirm, I open my heart to authentic, true, deep, meaningful connections and intimacy now. It's safe for me to do so. I have nothing to lose. Because the fact is, everybody, we've all been hurt. We've all had issues where we've been afraid to trust again, right? But you've survived it. You have survived all of your challenges. You have survived all of your hardships. You are a survivor. Allow yourself to trust. Allow yourself to let down those walls around your heart. Allow your whole self to be seen because it's an important and integral part of the journey of life. So then we have stage 7. Where it's, are you a generator or a stagnator? And this is middle adulthood. At this stage, we either, we enter a stage where we either contribute and create or we find ourselves stuck in stagnation. Are you contributing? Are you creating? Or are you stuck in stagnation? This is where we ask, am I leaving a legacy? Am I leaving a legacy? Who am I? What's it all for? What am I doing? What am I creating? Who am I being? Am I contributing to the world in a way that will outlast me? And what comes to mind as you think about that? If you've ever been feeling stuck, then I want you to remember that you have the power to create something meaningful, something lasting. There isn't a single person that doesn't have that kind of power. But what you also have is choice. You also have choice. The world needs your contribution because you're born to provide us your contribution, so don't hold back. We're going to be doing a meditation shortly, and I'm going to be bringing all of this into the meditation. But everything that you desire starts with you being your authentic self. The journey of life is all about you recognizing that all of it has been about you being your authentic self. You're here to make a difference. You're here to leave a mark. You're here to inspire future generations. So with a hand on heart, are you standing still or are you stepping into your purpose? It's pretty direct. Are you standing still or are you stepping into your purpose? What legacy do you want to leave? And what is, it's just one step. If you start today with just one step, it could be the very thing that makes all the difference. What is that one step that you can make today to move toward that vision, to move toward you living the greatest version of yourself? What's the one thing you can do? And again, with hand on heart, let's affirm, I am here to create and contribute. I am here to create and contribute. I choose to be my whole self and to bring my whole self, my best self forward. I choose to leave a lasting legacy, whatever that might be. But you are changing the world. And then we have stage 8, and this is integrity versus despair. This is late adulthood, in our more elderly years. So this is where we reach the stage of reflection, where we ask ourselves the ultimate question: did I live fully and authentically? Did I live fully and authentically? Could you imagine being at the end of your time here and asking yourself that question? It's a question that we're all going to ask. And understanding this journey means that we can make sure that when we ask that question of ourselves in the end, that we can be damn proud of ourselves and our existence. Because when you look back at your life, will you do so with pride? Will you do so with pride, knowing that you lived fully and in alignment with your personal truth? Or will you have regrets? Regrets for the times that you allowed yourself to be held back, regrets for the times that you allowed stories to keep you playing small. What is it you want? Because the truth is that the decisions that you make today, the decisions that you make right here, right now, will shape the next moment, and they will shape what tomorrow looks like and how you reflect on your life tomorrow. So when do you want to start living your best self? Don't wait. Instead, choose to live boldly, choose to live fully, and step into your power right now. So again, with a hand on heart, let's reflect here. What decisions are you making today that your future self will thank you for? What steps can you take now so as to live a life of integrity and authenticity? And the affirmation here can be, I choose right here, right now, to live fully and boldly. I am so proud of the life that I am creating because I choose a life that I'm proud of. The power of self-reflection and choice is a big one. And it's important to remember that this is your journey, this is your life. Don't live it for somebody else the way you think you should or have to or they want you to, because it's yours. It's yours to do anything that you want with. Don't waste it. Every single stage of our existence offers the opportunity to grow, to heal, to become the fullest version of ourselves. So take a moment to reflect. Let's reflect on some really powerful questions before we do a deep healing and beautiful meditation where you meet your most authentic self. With a hand on heart, please. With a hand on heart, just reflect on these questions. What has hiding your authenticity cost you so far? What has it cost you so far? Has it cost you deep, meaningful relationships because no one truly knows who you are? Has it cost you your peace because you're constantly juggling who you think you should be with who you truly are? Has it cost you your joy because you're living somebody else's life instead of your own? Now flip it. Let's flip it. What would you gain if you chose right now to fully embody who you are? What would you gain if you stepped into your power now and you chose to be you, your healed self, your most powerful self? What would your future self thank you for? So choose that now, because I want you to remember that you are only ever one decision away from changing everything. You're just one decision away from choosing to live your truth. You're just one decision away from freeing yourself from fear. You're just one decision away from stepping into the life that you deserve. Just one decision. That's all it is. Okay, so we're going to do a meditation. I'd love for you to make yourself nice and comfortable. And this is a meditation where you're going to claim and live from your most authentic self. So gently closing your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And again, a deep breath in and exhale. Just focusing on your breathing, inhaling deeply, rhythmically. Each and every breath relaxing you more and more. As you feel yourself now becoming more present, more grounded, and more open to this transformative journey that you're about to embark on. That's right. This beautiful divine one, this is your time. This is your space to relax and release and to reconnect with the deepest parts of yourself. With every inhale, you are filling yourself with peace and light. And with each and every exhale, you're simply letting go of tension, letting go of stress, letting go of anything at all that no longer serves you. That's right. Just allow your breath to guide you into a state of deep, deep relaxation. And as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, I want you to begin noticing your body becoming heavier. Feel the weight of your body sinking deeper and deeper into the surface beneath you. As you begin to feel so supported by the earth. And notice how your arms and legs grow heavier and more relaxed. Your shoulders soften and drop, the muscles of your face, letting go of all the tension dissolving. Your entire body is softening, sinking and surrendering into this moment. That's right. And now with every breath, I want you to imagine a wave of relaxation flowing from the top of your head down to your toes. Every breath relaxing you more and more. With each wave, you feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into this calm, peaceful state. Deeper and deeper until you feel so fully relaxed, so fully present. And as you sink deeper into this space of stillness, know that you are entering a safe, sacred place within. A place where your true self resides, where your soul speaks loudly and clearly. a space where you can reflect and grow without judgment and without fear. That's right. In this relaxed state, I want for you to imagine that you're walking down a path. The path is soft beneath your feet. That's right. And the air around you feels so fresh, so light. And as you walk, notice how calm and peaceful you feel. So calm, so peaceful. With every step, you move deeper and deeper into a place of inner wisdom where clarity and understanding await you. And there, off there in the distance, you see a beautiful doorway. It's glowing softly. It's so inviting. It invites you to step through. This is the doorway to your true self, the part of you that knows exactly who you are becoming. And as you approach the doorway, notice how safe, how welcoming it feels. You know that just there beyond this doorway lies the truest version of yourself. The you that is free from fear, free from limitations, free from expectations. When you're ready, go ahead, step through the doorway. Step through that doorway, and as you do, feel the wave of warmth and light surrounding you. You beautiful divine soul, you are now in a space where you can connect deeply with your inner truth, deeply with your highest potential. Feel yourself becoming more and more open. Feel yourself becoming more and more receptive to the insights and the guidance that are waiting for you right here. That's right. And as you stand in this sacred space, I want you to think back to your life up to this point. See yourself as you've moved through the different stages from your earliest years to where you are today. It's been a journey. Oh yeah, it's been a journey. But now gently ask yourself, what stories have I been carrying that no longer serve me? What stories have I been carrying that are not in alignment with the powerful version of myself that I know I am? Maybe these stories are ones of mistrust, doubt, or guilt. Maybe they're stories of not feeling good enough or hiding your true self to fit in with others. Whatever they are, beautiful one. You can allow them to come up and out now. As these stories rise up, notice them without judgment, but with a sense of freedom, because they're coming up to come out. Simply observe them. Know that they have served their purpose, but it's time to release them. Imagine that you are holding these old stories in your hands now. You look at them with love and gratitude for the lessons they've taught you, but now you are ready to let them go. One by one, like a dove taking flight, one by one you release them, watching them go, disappearing into nothingness. With every story you release. With every story you release, you feel yourself becoming lighter, more free, more you. And as you release the old stories, begin to feel the presence of yourself, your true self emerging. Your true self is emerging. The version of you that is a whole lot more powerful than you have ever believed you could be. That version of you that knows without a doubt that you are enough. This is real. This is the real you. The you that is no longer held back by fear, no longer held back by doubt, no longer held back by shame. The you that knows your worth, the you that knows your strength, the you that knows your purpose. That's right. Take a deep breath and feel the essence of your true self rising to the surface. Feel the calmness, feel the clarity, feel the freedom, feel the power. Feel the power. And now as you stand there in that state, as you stand there in the presence of your authentic self, I want you to silently repeat these affirmations to yourself and allow each one of them to sink deeply into your beingness, knowing that you are becoming the greatest version of you, that you are awakening the power within you. I am enough. I have always been enough. I trust myself and the journey that I'm on. I release the fear and I embrace my power. I honor my truth and I choose to live it fully now. I create my life with love, with purpose, and with joy. I am worthy of deep connections. I am worthy of love and authenticity. Feel the truths in these words resonating deep within you. Feel them becoming a part of your soul's foundation, grounding you in your strength, grounding you in your wisdom, grounding you in your perfection, grounding you in your truth. That's right. And now take a moment to reflect on this transformation. You've released the old stories that no longer serve you. You've connected deeply, deeply with your true self. You've affirmed your worth, your power, your purpose. This is who you truly are. Know that you can return to this space anytime. Know that you can return to this space of deep knowing and clarity. This is your inner sanctuary, your place of wisdom, and it's always, always available to you. It's always available to you. And as you begin to now bring yourself back to the present moment, know that you are bringing this sense of clarity, this sense of peace, this sense of power, this sense of truth, this sense of authenticity back with you. You, beautiful one, are now choosing to step fully into your life, fully as your most authentic self. And gently bringing your awareness back to your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. Begin to feel the weight of your body, once again noticing how grounded and centered you feel. Wiggling your toes, rubbing your fingertips together. Feel yourself returning fully into this present moment, bringing back with you the wisdom and the transformations. And when you're ready, taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, opening your eyes. Welcome back. I'm going to leave it there tonight. Feel free to come back and listen to this meditation anytime you like. It will always be available here on this page. It will also always be available on YouTube and Rumble as well. I wish for you the most amazing evening, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks' time. Much love, everybody. Good night.